How we doing? How we doing? Today is Tuesday, the 21st of October, 2025. Just doing a real estate tap-in with you. I haven't been doing them as frequently as once was. Life, as they say, be lifing. But gonna get back on the real estate tap-in, daily with you. Right now, the housing market is in kind of a correction phase. We have some sellers that are, listing properties, but if they're not getting the price that they want, obviously pricing and things like that have gone up, quite a bit since the pandemic, and pricing is starting to flatten out. And when you adjust it for, inflation, property appreciation is either flat or slightly negative. So, sellers are having to realize that they may not get what they listed the property for. So in that instance, some of those sellers are starting to, not sell, take the house off the market. And properties are sitting a little bit longer than they once were. Usually you can get, multiple offers within 30 days, but now, you're probably looking at somewhere around 60 days. And if it obviously doesn't sell within the 60 days, you're probably gonna have to reduce the price. So we're just in that correction phase right now. Interest rates are still above 6. People were thinking that they would maybe get below 6, or hopefully get below 6, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon. Maybe going into next year. We're going to have the Fed chair change, I think, in May of next year. So maybe at that particular point you may see rates drop significantly, but that's going to depend on a lot of other factors. So we're just in that correction phase right now. So if you are a seller, if you're willing to come down on price a little bit, because of your circumstances, and you have the ability to do that, then you may have to think about that. There are some housing markets that are still hot where you put it on the market and get multiple offers, and you probably get over asking, but more than half of the markets are probably where we're seeing price corrections, and that'll probably continue to grow throughout the end of this year. That's just where we are right now. Again, we try to talk about real estate notes here. We try to make a correlation with that. The other thing is mortgage credit availability. Now, when it's at kind of a good mark, or if credit availability is really available, you'll get a score between about 180 to 200 on the mortgage credit affordability index. Right now that index is at just above 100. So it's tightening in terms of credit. And then when you look at the average credit score of people who are purchasing, they're in the mid 700s. They're above 700 for most. On average, most buyers are about 725, 730. So we always try to bring it back to notes. So that means that there are a lot of people out there that may have a 650, 680, 60 credit score, which is good. That could still be a homeowner. And if you understand real estate notes, if you understand how to create real estate notes, you can have those buyers come to the table and be able to sell your property to them. This is for realtors as well as sellers. If you don't want to necessarily take your house off the market, maybe you can offer it, with seller financing, creating a note, and getting more competition and getting the price that you're looking for. Now, what will happen is once the note is created, you'll have the ability to sell the note to maximize your equity out of the property. And just depending on your circumstances, you may want to do that. You may want to collect payments over time, collect that interest income over time, depending on your situation. But we're going to see probably a better quality of person who would want to do seller financing in terms of the buyer, would have a decent credit score, make a decent amount of money, and have a decent down payment. So something for realtors as well as sellers to think about during this time, with everything going on, and with the banks and tightening of credit, you may want to use this tool. And then what we can do is help you create those. And then if you want to cash out or sell those notes, we can help you with that as well. So if you have any questions or anything, my contact information will be attached. Reach out, shoot me an email, and let's have a conversation. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Have a great one.